it's not easy to stay sane in such a small place,
Oh,
number one.
100%.
And a lot of people don't say that. Doctors
Yeah.
don't tell you that. And people in authorities, people are scared to say that. It's easy for you to go nuts in the Seychelles.
I've
It's easy
gone
for you
nuts
to
a few times.
so have I. It's easy for you to lose your brains. It's easy for you to lose it in the Seychelles,
Yeah.
and many people have done so. Many brilliant people have done so.
And
People who
we're
are
seeing
like,
it more and more.
yep, because mental health is completely ignored. Respect to all the psychologists in the country. Mental health is systematically not. For example, I know this guy, Andy. So he's a mental health case. He used to come to my shop all the time and he'd be like, from getting medicine, he'd be asking me for water. So I'd give him water, a cup of herbal tea, and tell him to sit down. So he'd be on medicine and so forth. So he's a psychiatric case. Now I see this guy. So he'd always be coming to see me and he'd be taking his medicine, but he's got a problem. He needs further help than that, right? So and he would buy vitamins from me, and when he would buy vitamins, he'd improve and whatever. But then sometimes he's not taking them or whatever. He's not. But I'm seeing this guy walking around on the street all the time, and it's so sad to me because his parents can't deal with him, because I've seen his parents before. I've treated him as a patient. I've treated his parents before, and his parents don't have the education level, don't have the skill level, don't have the health training level to be able to deal with a psychiatric case, whatever I've told them, they've tried, but it's hard, and they have to do a bit more than that actually, and he has to do, so he...
And you don't have society to support you.
Yeah, so, it's going to sound controversial, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth, guys. I'm concerned about the health of the nation, and people like this, they should be admitted. They should be admitted. I know some people are against psychiatric drugs. Some people do need the psychiatric drugs, some severe cases do need. Maybe that's not the only thing you should do. Maybe you should also balance their diet. You should definitely also balance their diet, give them nutrition, maybe combine with certain herb medicines, exercise, nature cure, which is exposure to sun, to fresh air, to clean water, all that kind of stuff. But
and teach them how to manage their symptoms.
yeah, so he should really be, the family should be able to call someone and get him picked up and admitted. But since COVID, they've not been really doing that stuff. They've not been really admitting people, and even health authorities should see this person and maybe catch him, bring him to the parents, ask them for consent. He's not well, ask a few questions, and then admit him, give him the medicine, and sort of stabilize him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people you have a lot more homeless nowadays. A lot more people like mentally not well in psychiatric cases walking around the streets, and families have rejected them. Obviously, they don't have a partner if they don't have family, don't have friends, because and it's like the establishment should be sort of taking them and admitting them somewhere to get some sort of treatment,
And the drugs just make it worse.
And it's not happening. I'm not sitting here just for complaining's sake, I wouldn't say so if it wasn't so, but I'm seeing a lot of cases that have degenerated, cases that were like, okay, I've helped this guy, but it's a certain limit now. This guy needs to be admitted now and seen every day. And certain cases are like that,
Yeah.
But nowadays you see them walking on the street and they're like completely degenerated, like with severe tremors and talking to themselves and stuff that they weren't doing when I knew them on their medication. Prior to that, they must be off their medication for a while.